What is up? What is up? What is up, everybody? It is Phil Nagy on Sports joining you here, and it is time for our Browns Sim. Good to have everybody on wherever you are, however your Friday afternoon is going. Welcome in as we take in the old Great Lakes Classic, Browns and Lions. Of course, Browns still flying high after that real-life win, which again, our sim was predictive of a close win for the Browns again. Pretty wild, but the Detroit Lions, of course, in a different league right now. They are scoring in droves. They can run the ball, and their defense is not crazy injured like it was a year ago. So it's going to be a full day for the Browns here. Do appreciate everybody being on. We'll get this one kicked. Kit, I think, should be joining here in a little bit, depending on his flight plan for the day. Good to have you on, though. Welcome in, Jim. Welcome in, Earl. Welcome in, Alex. Welcome in, Carcass. Welcome in, Sasha. And welcome in, Fellegren. Let's go ahead and get this thing booted off. The plus side of waiting until Friday to sim is we know who's in and out for the game. And we also know the uniform that the Browns are going to wear. So they're going to go with the all-whites here in Detroit this weekend. They're going to kick off right to left on your YouTube dial. Appreciate you being on again. Thanks to all of my subscribers. We're jumped up about 15 in the last month or so. So thank you so much if that was you guys. Really appreciate that. Hit that like button as well. Something has bloomed or died or something, and my nose has been running constantly. So if I take a break for a silence, it's probably because I'm blowing my nose. Try not to blow it right into the mic. Motion coming from Jameson Williams. First play of the game. Jared Goff under center. He'll turn around. Play action to Jahmyr Gibbs. Throw it on the run to the right side to Jameson Williams. 30. Steps out of bounds to the 35. Give him a gain of 9. Good misdirection on that play. Browns were not in the picture anywhere close. Now here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. He'll try to go outside. Nowhere to go. Mason Graham, the first one to shut the door. Delpit cleans up. 3rd and 4.
Down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2. Brings up 3rd and 4.
No, they're wearing just this one. Just their regular road whites over white pants, I think, Alex. Not the 1946 throwbacks. According to their Twitter account, somehow he caught it between him and Denzel Ward. That's Khalif Raymond. And I am not sure how in the world he caught that football, to be honest. Denzel was right in front of it. It almost looked like it went through him. Defying physics. Goff with a very short pass. Again, look at that. Just diving down. I guess Ward tried to go to the outside and knock it down. Another first down for the Lions here in their opening drive of the football game. Week number 4. Of course you're in your car right now. But thanks for being on, boys. Have a good weekend. Be safe. Make good choices. Up the middle now. Montgomery. Fancy little feet for David Montgomery. He'll pick up 13 on his first scamper of the day to the 39-yard line. Welcome in, gamer. Good to have you on. What is crazy? The fact that we were simming games with original commentary? Welcome to the channel. If you've never been on, we've been doing this for 5 years. Appreciate you being with us. My name's Phil Nagy. Nagy on Sports is the channel. We're going to simulate the game with live original commentary. We do this every week, so if you're a football fan in general, or it looks like you might be a Lions fan, appreciate you joining us here today. On a 2nd and 1 now, Goff. Very quick little throw to Laporta, and he's got just enough for the first down inside the 30. And a first down for the Lions. They're having a nice opening drive here. That's what Laporta did last week, again, in the simulated victory. Oh, no, they did. They went into Baltimore and beat up on the Ravens. That has my attention, let's be honest there. That's right, Fellegren. It is the place to be. Do appreciate all my subscribers joining me here on this afternoon. That's right, we don't need Ben Johnson, says all of Detroit. Up the middle now, here comes Gibbs, spinning through the hole, and Rayshon Jenkins will make the tackle. Positive yards for Gibbs on that one. He is so special, and I think the Browns hope that they can kind of have their own version of Gibbs and Montgomery with Dylan Sampson and Quinshon Jenkins. That time Gibbs will be tackled in the backfield. Myles Garrett, maybe you've heard of him, he's in there with a nice TFL, sets up a 3rd and 8 here for Goff and the Lions. Goff now, decent protection, fired deep shot over the middle, caught and then dropped it! Amon-Ra St. Brown, he couldn't hold on. He took a deck there from Delpit, couldn't hold on. And incomplete, and they'll have to settle for Jake Bates, an attempt at 3 here, 42-yard field goal. Uh-oh, they might have gotten roughing. I think you might get lucky here, gamer. Oh, we're going to get roughing the kicker a week after they blocked it. Grant Delpit's going to rough the kicker. And free first down and some yardage for the Lions here. Did not need that one. Kicking game, of course, huge last week in the win over the Packers. This time Gibbs having a hard time getting started. There's his rookie right guard, Tate Ratledge.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
That was a pretty funny clip, especially if you get to all 22 where it literally looks like there's 3 people lined up to take him. Not on this opening drive, gamer, but we got a lot of game left here. Adjustments will get made here. Madden's getting better and better about trying to make things more realistic, which we appreciate here on the channel. Again, the 5th year of the season for us. Right side throw between 2 defenders. He couldn't hold on. Jamison Williams. He got decked by the safety again and could not hold on. So a couple of drops early. And they will have to settle for 3 again. Let's see if the Browns can stay out of the backfield. And this time they're not even going to try to block it, but Bates' kick is up. And good, as Bates has turned into a very good kicker here, sort of overnight. Do you think Campbell goes for that one, gamer? I cannot pretend to know a ton about the Lions, certainly as much as I know about the Browns. So, all right. Gage Larvadan to the left side, and he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. All right, Joe Flacco. I wish that was last season. Every time they do that, I'm like, that's not what he has this year. Into the game, movement again on that offensive line. Hopefully Conklin is in there. That puts Cornelius Lucas back on the left tackle side. That is the weakness of the offense right now, is that offensive line play. Here's a little boot action throw. Very short catch for David Njoku. Last week in our sim, 7 catches, 67 yards, and a touchdown for the Chief. A lot of...
Of course,
hey, welcome back.
The line is the weakness of the offense right now, and it is affecting Joe Flacco, which we've seen as he's been dumping it off early because he doesn't trust it, and he doesn't have the mobility, which is a big part of why he's had struggles early in this season.
Yes. Everybody welcome in on the mic. Kit Nagy, good to have you. Where are you today, Kit?
In Scottsdale.
Scottsdale, beautiful Scottsdale. The Chief for a first down to the 39-yard line. Move the chains.
Yep, we'll be here today and into tomorrow. I don't know how long we'll be here. We'll see.
Till they tell you to go somewhere. Swing it out to Quinchon on the right side. Judkins will fight his way for a first down. I heard a podcast earlier today that the more he can be involved on passing downs, the less obvious his runs are going to be, and hopefully the more effective he can be on both phases of the game. Float over the middle. Jerry Jeudy, boy, does he need a bounce-back week. Running after the catch to the 30-yard line and a first down. Browns.
Yeah, and you know, I know there's a lot of folks that are down.
Ball's out! Sorry, picked up by the Lions. Go ahead.
I was going to say, yeah, that unfortunate turnover there, certainly not where you want to get the Lions at all. In a game to potentially here go up 10 early, that's not where you want to give them that opportunity. I think he was down.
We'll see. That was a monster shot from Aiden Hutchinson. Dylan Sampson feeling the brunt of it. And we will see if he is down or not. Hey, Big Hugh, welcome in.
But I was starting to say, I know a lot of folks are down, and they're not even going to review
No review.
This, I know a lot of folks are down on the receiving core, and, you know, I do think they've got room for improvement, and, you know, ideally they can, you know, fit some pieces in there, but they do have some pieces in the receiving core, and I don't, you know, it's not supposed to be like they're just, you know, receivers everywhere. It's designed to be more heavy sets, more tight end sets in Kevin Stefanski's offense, so you know those guys are going to get involved, and we've seen some of that, but a big part of why, you know, Bond hasn't been involved, you haven't seen as much of Jeudy, is because of what we've seen going on with Flacco. His lack of ability and ability to move in the pocket is unfortunate because the line play is so bad, especially at the tackle position. He has a lot of pressure that makes him uncomfortable because he doesn't have the ability to move it. He knows it. He tries to dump it off a lot quicker. His eyes are not downfield. And so even though there are opportunities in our receiving core, especially Bond is creating, you know, significant separation, and I'm not saying he's going to be the guy. I'm just saying he's at least creating the separation. That's step one. If he can consistently catch it and make plays with the ball in his hand, then maybe we got it.
Indeed, well said. Another first down here. This one going to Sam Laporta. As the Lions once again working their way down the field through the pass. A lot of short passes here right now, again, after their offensive coordinator saying they've never seen a run game like ours. They've not chosen to run the ball here to start the sim. Hey, Bo, welcome in. Goff out of a shotgun now. Now back to pass. 4-man rush. Very quick throw again. Wide open over the middle. Amon-Ra Brown. St. Brown, rather, into the end zone, and he's going to hit the gritty in the first touchdown of the game. Goes the way of Amon-Ra St. Brown, and again, taking advantage of that fumble from Dylan Sampson, and the Lions pounce right on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and that's the problem with that turnover in that spot. I mean, this is already a dangerous offense, and Amon-Ra St. Brown, a big part of that. But you gotta be careful handing the ball over to him in good field position, because even a stalwart defense like ours, puts you in a bad spot here, down 10. And obviously, we saw this, not too long ago. A lot of folks have given up on that Packers game, feeling like down 10-0, you can't win. But this is the NFL. Things can swing in your favor, but obviously we don't have to rely on that all the time.
Yep. Browns need to play clean. That's been a consistency for the whole year, and really up until that Packer game when they went even on the turnovers. They've been negative in all of the other games, and that's just such a huge factor for them with their offensive limitations right now. Very quick throw over the middle for Judy for 3 yards.
And to be fair to that stat line, remember that yes, they were even, but the Packers turnover was 8, so it was right at the end of the half. It didn't do anything. It didn't have any impact on the score. So yes, it was even, but in actual impacts terms, it was really
like
rounded up one.
Nice throw to Isaiah Bond out there and made a good catch. And again, I'm sure in the film session this week, a couple of those plays where Bond was open, Flacco's going to want to try to look his direction again. And again, part of it was that line and that happy feet and that dumping it off quickly.
Because that one turnover is effectively just an arm punt, really.
Yep, absolutely. All right, Flacco now. Decent, clean pocket. Fired over the middle. Caught again from the right to left. It's Cedric Tillman for a first down to the 31-yard line. Karen, obviously I'm ready for it whenever, because I don't think that Flacco's doing anything that Gabriel couldn't be doing right now. But my sense is that the plan is that they're going to get through the Europe game next week. So probably week 6 at the earliest. Quinshaw to the right side. 10-5. Touchdown! Studkins to the right, and nobody could catch him.
Studkins, indeed. Look at that play. That was impressive. Just making something out of nothing here along the sideline, setting up that little screen action. Nice blocking downfield. You see Cedric leading the way, and also some others in that bevy taking care of some Lions. But Quinshaw goes and makes a lot happen on that play, able to get himself into the end zone with a nice little cut along the sideline there to create some space for himself. But beautiful work. These rookies have been absolutely leading the charge for this team, and it's been really refreshing to see. We'd love to see that kind of stuff, and that kind of an answer in a game like this is huge.
A massive answer for sure. 2:32 to go here in the first quarter. 10-7. Lions lead here. The Motor City Kitties up 10-7. Again, Phil Nagy, Kit Nagy, Nagy on Sports. Well, that's our nickname for him, Big Q. Tell all your friends. You heard it at Nagy on Sports first. We're trying to get Studkins trending anytime that Quinshaw does something good as well. Wright goes and follows the man instead of pursuing the quarterback. I saw that a couple of times with Isaiah McGuire. Can you speak to that, where he would just completely bite on the running back and not contain on his side? And we saw Jordan Love beat him several times.
Yeah, for Isaiah McGuire specifically.
Correct.
So some of that is schematic. I mean, the way that they're teaching them here for this particular defense, they want them getting penetration downfield. Now, for the contain piece of it, they're supposed to work upfield first, keep everything inside of them, and not, obviously, not allow things to go outside of them. So the responsibility should have been to keep that contained. Unfortunately, working upfield towards the quarterback with this penetration scheme that they've been using, it's tempting to work to the inside, and it can break the chain. in situations like that. So it's just, some tweak to the way he's playing. He needs to be working more upfield, making sure he's keeping everything inside of him.
Sure.
And that's where I think some adjustment. Hopefully he'll be a little better on that contained piece of it, because you've seen it from Miles. Miles will work upfield and keep that contained. And that's just the next level of development for Isaiah.
Goff continuing to slice and dice this backfield of the Browns, and at the end of one, 10-7. Lions lead here in Detroit, the old Great Lakes Classic. Phil Nagy, Kit Nagy, Nagy on Sports joining you here again. Thank you so much to all of our subscribers. Also, make sure you hit that like button as well, as it continues to grow our sim audience here. And you're right, Big Q. I mean, let's just be honest. Until the offense shows us something, your defense is going to have to stand on its head every week if you're going to want to have a chance to win.
Yeah, for sure.
Goff now, good play action. He's got time. He goes left side, and he'll dump it short to his fullback, Sione Vaki.
The good news is this defense has the pieces in place and the depth to do that. They've got a great rotation on the D-line. It really starts there. They've been getting consistent pressure in the middle up from the D tackles, which is huge. That's what they haven't had on that D-line for a long time. And they're getting it from not just one player, multiple players that are proving that ability to create penetration up the middle through that rotation. I mean, even into your second, third, and fourth guy at the D tackle position are getting penetration consistently because they're getting one-on-ones because they're triple teaming Miles.
Yep. Over the middle, caught by Laporte, and he holds on, but Diabate drapes all over him. And the Lions score again right on down the field. Touchdown, Goff to Laporta.
But certainly the Myles Garrett is playing probably at the best play I've ever seen from him. I mean, he's been sensational this season so far. Obviously there's some potential weaknesses that can be exploited at the nickel cornerback position. But if the pressure's getting there consistently and early, that kind of mitigates somewhat that weakness.
Yep.
And then the linebacker play has been outstanding, starting with the rookie. I mean, Carson Schwessinger has been an absolute gem. I mean, he's playing, quite honestly, he's probably one of the best linebackers in the league right now in his play. Potentially, obviously he's not going to get this as a rookie, but he's playing at an all-pro level.
Sure is. All right, Flacco has started strong. Right now it's actually the defense, which is not holding up their end of the bargain per se. Of course, turnover notwithstanding. Turn around, give it to Jerome Ford. He's got a hold of the right, up the middle for 11. Call it 12 and a first down. Browns to the 35-yard line. 17-7
but this is going to be a test
second quarter.
This is going to be a test of this defense. I mean, this is a very good
Pretty sure it is. Absolutely. Here comes Studkins now to left side. Q gets 3.
The one thing I will say, though, is that their O-line is probably the best we've seen. And that's going to be the matchup a lot. This D-line versus that O-line, probably one of the best O-lines in the business against one of the best D-lines in the business, if not both number one in their respective arts. But I will, or in the respective games. But I will say that Jared Goff in particular is not great under pressure. He starts to get uncomfortable in the pocket, and we do create those collapsing pockets and make him move a little bit. He starts to fall apart a little bit. Not many quarterbacks do, but he's not one of the ones that is able to just make something happen even with a dirty pocket. He tends to struggle with that. So that's a way that we can at least limit the offense.
Another 9 yards up the middle for Quinshon Judkins after a nice post route. Cedric Tillman for a first down. They're into Lion territory here. Hey, Kevin, welcome in. Go Browns. Motion coming from Judy. They'll set up trips to the left side. Flacco now back to pass. Second inches, you can do a lot of things, like dump it short to the Chief, and he'll get a first down at the 21-yard line. New set of downs for the Browns. Up the middle now. This is going to be Sampson. His first carry of 10, 5, touchdown, Dylan Sampson! And the Browns respawn right back. A little lightning after the thunder, and Sampson has the Browns within 3.
Well, here you get to see exactly why they're so excited about this pairing. Those two do bring different aspects of their game to bear on this offense, and they hit a little bit differently to the hole, and it's so hard to defend against that when you've got one style of runner coming at you, and it's certainly the way that he hits the hole and is your bell cow, and then you change of pace back here. In Sampson, he's able to do some slightly different things, and it is going to be, I mean, especially once we see this start to mature and come together, the two of them, I think it's going to be dynamic to watch, and we're starting to see a little bit of that here.
Don't look no further than Detroit. They've got such a nice thing going with Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery. For that exact same reason. Goff's been sharp today. 16-19, a buck 66, the 2 touchdowns. Let's see if the Browns can get a stop here, trailing 3 with 10:02 to go here in the first half. Again, Phil Nagy, Kit Nagy, Nagy on Sports. Only place on YouTube you're going to find simulated sporting events with live original commentary. Motion from Sam Laporta. Now, give it up the middle to Gibbs. He'll try to go wide to the left, and Schlesinger shuts him down long enough for his teammate Devin Bush to close the door. Another TFL for the Browns. Hey, Brian, welcome in. Chiefs fans are welcome as well. Good to have you on. Keith, welcome in. Good to see you as well. 2nd and 13 here now. Goff climbs under a center. Graham Glasgow. Turn around. Nope. RPO to the right side. Amon-Ra St. Brown, and Newsome is right there. He'll get back to the original line of scrimmage, and it's a 3rd and long. 5 wide. Brown's going to rush 4. Coming really wide is Miles. Deep shot. Right side. Single coverage against a linebacker, and he dropped it. Oh, Jahmyr Gibbs. The 3rd drop from a Lions receiver as he had Devin Bush beat by a step, and he couldn't pull it in. Wow. Carter, fair catch at the 23-yard line. Browns will take over again. Quinchon's day so far. That's through the air. 2 catches, 41 yards, and a touchdown. Double tight ends to the left. Flacco claps the hands together, climbs underneath and puts a quick snap. Now, turn to the right side. Why is Jerome Baker in it running back? What is happening? He's still in there. We've gone full glitch. What? He's going to get a play action. They actually look at him. Across the middle to Jerry Jeudy's 3rd and 1. What is happening right now? Okay, we have a real running back in there now. Gosh.
Boy.
RPO to the right side. Judy's going to get the first down. The first tackle from Branch shoved him backwards, but he's able to keep his balance and get the first down.
Yeah, strange things happening. Jerome Baker at running back.
Yeah.
We got cats and dogs.
That's right.
And it's raining cats and dogs here in Scotland. So,
oh, is it raining? Okay, well, there you go.
Yeah, it is. It's pouring here.
Wow. Nothing like that Arizona desert rain. Flacco on a 2nd and 8 now, shifting the formation. Back to pass against the 4-man rush. Fired over the middle. Got him! 2nd level throw! First down to David Njoku to the 35 and more.
Well, like we wanted to see from the real Flacco, Sim Flacco here sitting in the pocket with a little patience, just, able, first of all, good protection, which is another thing we really needed for him, but able to just air that one just over the defenders to put it into the hands of the Chiefs. And beautiful throw to that next level, getting some good yards from Browns here.
1st and 10 now, 6 to go, first half at the 35-yard line. Slight little motion from Tillman. They're going to try to run outside zone with Ford. He's not going to get anywhere. Anzalone flying in there from his linebacker spot. You can always tell Alex Anzalone because there's just a massive hair behind his helmet flying in the direction that he's traveling. Good TFL there for the Lions linebacker. And as we know, Madden loves a good head of hair. Here comes Sampson. Little cut to the right side. Maybe didn't need it. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage, and it's going to be a 3rd and long here for Browns. Got to be smart here. In field goal range. Four receivers to the left, and somebody is offside perhaps. Flacco hit as he throws incomplete. It is going to be offsides on the Lions. Wow.
And yes, Bo, thank you for that. We do, Gamer, we do try to keep everything here at a family-friendly level. So I appreciate
yes,
that.
good call.
Thank you.
We do, yeah. We have like kids on the channel, so
Yeah.
several of us are adults and we know those words. But yes, we try to keep a family-friendly channel, so we do appreciate that. But it is your first time, and we do appreciate you being here. It's fun to have a fan of the other team on for sure. Ford right to the line on a 4th and 3. They tried to go wide, and he didn't get it. Oh, my goodness. He almost had it. It's like he needed the ball in the other arm.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, boy.
Now, technically, they do teach you to keep it to the outside, so that is where he's supposed to be carrying the ball. His body position kind of betrayed him a little bit on that one as he got turned around with the hit, and the ball ended up on the wrong side of the line to gain.
Turnover on downs. We'll see if this comes back to bite him. Here's Montgomery for about 6 to the left side. He'll get up to the 30-yard line. Call it 5 officially. Well, it's formational, Big Q. I've got Ford in like 5% of the formations, Q's in about 65, and then maybe the extra 25 for Sampson. So just an unlucky luck of the draw on that play that Virtual Stefanski chose to run. I don't love going outside ever, especially on a gotta-get-it situation, and the fact that he even got positive yards at all kind of surprises me. Here's a 3rd and 5 now. Goff fired left side, no, he's going to catch it, but right away they make the tackle. Schlesinger shuts him down, and they will not pay for the turnover on downs. He'll get the football right back.
It's 4th down.
Gotta have the complimentary footballs. It's a great job of the defense picking up the offense there. Turnover on downs, we got you. Weird looking punt motion that time from Fox. And Jack Fox will punt it. Carter gets hit and falls down at the 30-yard line. Carson is a beast. Man, that play, he just buried Love. That was so crazy.
Yeah.
He was just like, I'm going to run you over. And Love was like, oh, okay, you're going to run me over. Quick little RPO left side. Harold Fannin to the 40 and nearing a first down. Give him 9 for the rookie tight end.
Yeah, it almost looked like it surprised Love that Carson closed the gap that quickly because it seemed like he wasn't quite ready to get hit like that.
Yep, Sampson skinny through the hole. First down and nearing the sideline. Dan Campbell's on the sideline. That's funny because I follow a guy on Twitter named Dan Gamble, so I got confused for a minute. 2-minute warning time here. Browns at the midfield stripe. 1st and 10. They have all 3 timeouts. Trailing by 3. Flacco now back to pass. Quick throw in the middle. Short throw, and Bond can't hold on. Brian Branch hit him. Oh, so you do mean Dan Gamble, the guy who offers betting advice? Oh, Dan Gamble, because as in 4th down conversions. I see. Is that his nickname when he goes for it? Is Dan Gamble? It's actually pretty sweet. I got very confused there. My bad. 3rd and 4 here. 1:45 to go. Flacco now back to pass. Pressure is decent. He'll throw it to Judkins. 40, 35 to the 30. Quinshon 25. Hold on to that football, Quinshon. 4 Lions to take him down, starting with DJ Reed at the 20-yard line. And how has Judkins been so far as a check down option? He's been electric with the ball in his hands.
Yeah, exactly what you want to see. We were starting to see some of that in the Browns game against the Packers as well, which is, that's what you want on your offense. You want, got your playmakers with the ball in their hand to get something done, make their one-man miss and or carry the pile if you need to.
Browns taking their time now, snapping the ball with 5 seconds left, not calling timeout yet. Dump it to the right side to Sampson, and he gets blown up by Brian Branch. Big-time TFL. That's the second 6-yard loss of the day for Dylan Sampson. That's right, Felgren. Keep it up, Studkins. Tell all your friends. You heard it here first. Back to pass. Over the middle, caught by the Chief, nearing a first down. They'll say 3rd and 2. And the Browns will call timeout number 2. Yeah, it was fun, Keith. Nice to see what he's going to be. They said he came in great shape. I know he missed all of camp, but he at least took care of his body, and he was ready to go.
Oh, yeah.
Left side throw. They're going to throw the fade into double coverage. I don't love that choice. And Judy can't hold on. 4th and 2. What's Kevin want to do? He's going to go for it again. Oh, boy. Woo, here we go. 4th and 2, 45 seconds. Flacco hit as he throws. Over the middle. Caught by Judy to the 2-yard line. First and goal, Browns.
Yeah, beautiful patience. Just enough time to get into to slant back when he needed.
Chief right side. Touchdown, Browns. They take a late lead. Oh, my. David Njoku into the end zone in a masterful drive from Flacco here at the end of the half. He could have thrown it to Fannin, too. Both those guys were open.
Yep. Sure were.
Well schemed there by Stefanski. A kick away from 21-17 here. And Browns get the second half kick. So you're 11 seconds away from the old double dip potential here. 10 plays, 71 yards. Remember, Stefanski loves the middle 8, right? The last 4 and the first 4. He loves the middle 8. They rep it a lot. Hey, Wendell, welcome, buddy. Raymond tackled there. 7 seconds left. They do have 3 timeouts, and they are not in a kneeling formation, so we'll see what Dan Gamble, there we go, wants to do. He's going to hand it off up the middle to his running back, Jahmyr Gibbs. Jahmyr will get about 5, and they'll just let the half run out. Entertaining first half here, guys. Appreciate you joining us. Phil Nagy and Kit Nagy. Nagy on Sports is the channel. Browns 21, Lions 17. Again, so far our sims have been amazingly prophetic. Sadly, in the case of the Ravens game, but we lost a 1-point heartbreaker to the Bengals, which was real. We got blown out by the Ravens, which was real. And we won a close game against the Packers. Now, 40-35, a little different than 13-10, but they so far were batting 1,000 on our sims. So pay attention here for this last 30, because it could be pretty crazy. It is wild, Alex. It's really crazy. But we do appreciate you being on again. We've picked up about 15 new subscribers in the last few weeks. We really appreciate that. If that was you, thank you so much for your subscription. And to our folks who've been around for years with us, again, you can see the playlist is called Season 15. This is our 15th Browns season of Sims. Pretty wild.
Been going strong since it was born as a COVID.
That's right. This was a COVID project by a bored person who needed to kill some time in his day. They looked an awful lot like me. Okay, here we go. 21-17. Here comes Sampson. He'll try to go wide. He's got some space. 35 to the 40. He'll spin across the first down marker, and he's got the first down to the 40-yard line. Dylan Sampson.
First down, Cleveland.
Pellegrin only. That's right. Because I'm sure they're watching it. They're like, all right, guys, we lost a close one by 1 point to the Bengals. I guess we're going to have to do that. RPO to the tight end, Njoku, and good coverage there by Kirby Joseph, the safety. All right.
That was an interesting.
Take care, gamer.
I'm going to celebrate, then I'm back to being hurt again.
Yeah. Indeed. Flacco up the middle, and he'll be thrown to the ground. Muhammad got there. They ran a little game on the right side, and the defensive end came right on down Broadway, untouched, 3rd and long.
I appreciate that very much, man.
Yeah, for sure. Trips to the right side. They're going 3rd and 16. Long blitz coming. Flacco's got time over the middle. Tipped in the air, and it stays airborne for a long time. Chief could not hold on to it, and they will have to punt it away here. No double dip for the Browns. Bo, I am old enough to continue to say peace out. And yes, if you know the reference, then you must be old too.
That's right.
Here comes Jared Goff. He's had a pretty solid first half. Team trails by just 4. 6-4-2-17. Now in season number 10 out of Cal. Wow, really appreciate that. Thank you, gamer.
Yeah, thank you.
The old super chat. 2nd and 5. Penesul, maybe the best right tackle in the game. We'll see how much they put Miles on that side. Okay, so you're going to always just be a little bit younger than Kit Nagy. Gibbs,
right.
first down.
the quarter.
That's right. Peace out, dude. First and 10 for the Lions after Jahmyr Gibbs. He's kind of been feast or famine. He's kind of been like 10 yards or -3 so far for Jahmyr Gibbs in this game.
Yep.
Goff in an empty backfield now. Browns have not had a ton of pressure with their 4. It would be nice to get a little bit more. Maybe on prophetic. McGuire and Garrett right on cue. Let's go.
Yeah, called for that one, and there it is. Those two meet at the quarterback, and that's exactly what you want to see. And the beauty of all of this is it was set up by the fact that the center of the defensive line was collapsed. The pocket was collapsing inward. Goff didn't really have anywhere to go, so he ended up in the rush lane of both of the ends, and that's how you get it done.
That's absolutely how you get it done. Out of a shotgun now on a 2nd and 19. Can the Browns convert to get this thing off the field? Wasting a lot of motion here. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. They'll snap it now. Goff, quick throw to the right side. Right at the feet of amon-ra St. Brown. He couldn't hold on. Delpit made sure of that. 3rd and 19.
Grant Delpit on the coverage.
Browns shifting.
Yeah, I turned 44 in September, and Phil will be turning 44 in March.
That's right. Oh, he had an open Laporta down the seam, and Goff wants that one back. It's really the first ball that he's missed. He's been very accurate today, but he's going to want that one back. That was an easy first down on a 4th and 19.
Yeah, don't blame me, though. Can't hold that one away.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
New Year's Eve 75. Oh, that was your birthday. New Year's Eve 75, Mitchell. Nice. I thought you were throwing back to a memory of yesteryear that you enjoyed. Ford will try to go outside. He'll get there. 20-25. Hit by Brian Branch. Wow. Ford getting up slowly as Branch just decked him on the right side.
8 yards on the pick.
There you go, Fellergren.
2nd and 2 at the 27-yard line.
Up the middle, Ford. Another first down carry. So Ford trying to make the most of his carries again of Cleveland Browns that might be traded before the end of the month of October. I think Jerome Ford's got to be at the top of that list. Especially if they can get some cornerback depth or package it with a pick to get some offensive line help.
Yeah, tackle in particular. I know they're out there. They have been shopping for tackle help in particular. We'll see what comes of it.
Winshaw up the middle, running hard for Ford. Another tackle for DJ Reed came over from the Jets in free agency. He was number 2 to Sauce Gardner, trying to prove that he is CB1 material here. Big 3rd down for Flacco. 3rd and 3 from the 45. They're going to go Sampson up the middle. He'll spin off a one tackler. That's Aiden Hutchinson. He's only going to get a yard. I wonder if they're going to go for it here. That feels like a go for it play call on 4th and 3.
It's now 4th down.
Tackle in there by Tyleek Williams. Go Bucks. First round defensive tackle. All right. When I take attendance, I'll make sure that Bo is there on Monday. Which is funny because students of mine are on the sim right now, which is kind of funny.
A gain of 4 yards.
Carcass turned in a video and you shouted out Nagon Sports a bunch in the video, so it made me laugh today in class. Because I'm a school teacher, Bo, so he's saying make sure that I count you as absent if you're not at school on Monday. Judy with a slant for 6 into Lion territory. Love that this drive is taking some time off the clock. Sampson in the backfield. Flacco. Another short throw to the wide open receiver is Tillman. He falls forward but short of the line. Now it's a pretty important 3rd and inches. Sampson remains the tailback. They're going to throw though. Quickly over the middle. Caught by the Chief. 30 to the 25. It'll be shoved down. We'll call for 27 officially by Kirby Joseph. Like that play there.
Yeah, and actually, that was an interesting example of throwing a guy open. I mean, he was already open, but putting it behind him like that allows him to create this interesting little spin move, get extra space, rumble up the field as it turned out in real time. Flacco putting the ball in a good spot.
Flacco firing again, short left to Jerome Ford. So everybody's getting involved in this kind of what we've started to see as the patented short game, passing game of Flacco, at least in our sims. And unfortunately, in real life, we've seen a lot of checkdowns as well. Kit kind of went into detail on that in the first half of this one, but a first down there for Jerry Jeudy. He does, Fellergren. We'll take it. It's got to be a confidence thing. I mean, if you're a quarterback and you know you're immediately going to be under duress because that's what your line is shown, like, I can't imagine it's hard to just kind of turn that part of your brain off. Like, just stay here. They're going to be fine, you know.
Well, and that's so there's two sides of the argument, right, for whether or not we have Gabriel come out and play for Flacco here, because remember, you know, if Flacco's getting pressured, Gabriel's going to get pressured too. Yeah. And the risk with Gabriel, a young guy, you know, who doesn't necessarily have all of the answers to the test yet, hasn't been tested in some of these moments at the NFL level. Part of the challenge with putting him out there is you can absolutely ruin a guy in his confidence if he's just getting blown up constantly with pressure. You know he's going to be getting. And if he doesn't have the answers to deal with that pressure, you know, Gabriel might, because he's got so much experience, he might be close to being ready for that, and potentially could weather it, even with the pressure. And the fact that he's more mobile, perhaps he's able to get the ball to Bond and some other guys that we've seen flashing open, and maybe we look a lot better with Gabriel, because you know, even with that pressure, if he's just able to move a little bit to create a little time to then get the ball out of his hands, while still looking downfield as a younger guy, perhaps you could do that. But the risk is, and the part of the reason why I think they're kind of holding off a little bit at least, is kind of what happened to DTR, where DTR got absolutely annihilated at times, and they put him out there too quickly before he was really ready for it, and he suffered as a result. And that may, you know, could potentially, you know, we'll see where it goes. Because Sam Darnold is a great example of a redemption story from that. It could potentially shade the rest of his career, where you don't know if he's going to recover from that for sure or not. He may never.
No, I certainly get it, but I'm of the school that if they're just going to check it down, then might as well get the kids some reps. I was sold on Flacco pushing the ball down the field, and we have not seen that for varying reasons. Good throw to Laporta in the slot. He's been solid today. My fantasy team appreciates it. 3:25 and counting third quarter. I know some of you wanted Stefanski to go for it on that last fourth down. Took the field goal, goes up by a full touchdown here. Waiting moments in the third quarter, 24-17. We've seen that fan several times. She is into the game here today. We have not had any picks yet, Bo. And welcome in, Tur. Good to have you on, buddy. Motion from Laporta. 3 tight ends in the game. Play action blitz was Bush, and he got drilled by the running back, and then Schlesinger finishes the job. Just the second sack of the day for the Browns. You saw that Bush was blitzing as well, and right after the fake handoff, the running back got annihilated, but took Bush out of the pass rush.
Yep.
Bo, there have been no interceptions yet, just the Sampson fumble and a turnover on downs. Little shovel pass over the middle to Gibbs, and it goes nowhere. Schlesinger and Bush flying to the football. They're a nice 1-2 punch right now for the Browns at that second level. And they play predominantly
nickel. Sure are.
Yeah. Third and long here. 1:52, third quarter to go. Goff's got decent time. He'll just dump it short. Schlesinger right there. And on the 4th and 12 from midfield, I would assume that Campbell will punt this one away.
Jack Fox in punt formation for the Lions.
I think you know what we should. I agree with that, Bo. We need to come up with a good nickname for Carson Schlesinger. Every time I type, I just put 49 because I don't want to type out Schlesinger. How about Flacco today? 30 of 36 for 300 yards and 2 touchdowns. Somehow that feels unlikely for Sunday. But hey, I would love to be wrong. Ford up the middle, give him 2. Meek Robinson knocks him down.
I mean, it might be a bit of a stretch, but his name's not too dissimilar from Schwarzenegger, so we could go with like Terminator or something.
Oh, there you go. And Nickel Blitz is going to sack Flacco completely untouched. Amik Robertson gets there. Yeah. What were some of Schwarzenegger's other good movies other than Terminator? That feels a little obvious. I think what was his name in Kindergarten Cop? or like what was his name in Predator? What's his character's name in Predator? Like that's what we need, because Terminator feels a little bit too low-hanging fruit to me. Flacco, deep shot on a 3rd and long. Left side! Caught by the Chief! Bullies his way for a first down at the 42, and that's how the 3rd quarter comes to a close. Oh, Dutch. Good call, Keith. That's right, Dutch. Man, I don't know if I like it.
Nice.
Dutch is a sweet name, though. God, what a good movie. Last Action Hero, but I don't know about that one. What was the one where he was twins with Danny DeVito? Was it called Twins, maybe? Or they were like brothers, but they're so ridiculously looking. Now we're going deep down the Schwarzenegger IMDb account. Okay. 24-17. Flip the field. 4th quarter here. Browns have the chance to win 2 in a row against probably the 2 best teams in the NFC North. Remember, they're going to face all 4 of them before the season's end. They're going to go visit one of them next week in Europe. Man,
the Lions are no joke. Or sorry, the Vikings are no joke either. They're also a very good team.
Yes, they are. Tillman to the right side. Man, gosh, the Vikings destroyed the Bengals last week. That was nuts. Any given Sunday, man. This league is weird. That's why it's the most popular sport. By leaps and bounds. Stiff arm Q! See ya! Oh, I thought he was going to go to the house. He'll get tackled at the 8. He just threw that guy out the club.
Yes, he did. It was kind of unfortunate he couldn't quite finish here. I thought for a minute also that he had it, but able to catch him from behind. But still a very impressive play from
Yes, it
Studkins,
was.
able to get this job done.
That was a Studkins highlight for sure, Pellegrin. Bo, I do like Mr. Freeze. Man, that's a good one. Underrated Batman villain. Is that Val Kilmer's Batman? I think that was Val Kilmer's Batman, right? May he rest in peace. 2nd and goal here. Flacco in a pistol. Turn around, give it to Studkins again. He'll try to go wide. That's not going to work this time. Brian Branch, who had recently been stiff-armed, recovers nicely for a TFL, and now it's a 3rd and goal all the way back to the 13-yard line. They have the Hell's Bell for 3rd downs in Detroit, I guess. We'll get a couple semifinalists and we'll put it up on the Discord as a vote. Chief end zone touchdown and a 3rd and goal from the 13, and he is also going to hit the gritty. And the Browns double up their lead. Wow.
Well, we're seeing what this offense certainly can do if they can get themselves in a rhythm. It's not that they're not capable of this level of play. They are. They just, it started with the O-line allowing pressure, and then we talked about Flacco and some of his mobility concerns and discomfort in the pocket, and then checking it all down, and that, makes it really hard to be staying ahead of the sticks in these drives with that kind of recipe. Especially when a lot of your boot action play requires mobility from your quarterback, where you really don't have that with Flacco anymore. So if you can get this level of consistency, rhythm, and timing in your offense, this is the result you can see. You can absolutely go and score points, but you need to see some of that come together. And obviously, the hope is that Dylan Gabriel, when they do go to him, will start to spark some of that when he's able to provide a little bit of that mobility that you're not seeing from that.
Well, and they also have to again, injuries, so we're going to move our left tackle over to right tackle. bring in a backup left tackle. Then the right tackle gets hurt. Jawan Jones out again for the year. So now we're bringing in the guy that we signed from the Rams on cutdown day. Picked him up on waivers, and now all of a sudden he's your right tackle. So it's just, and Green Bay's defensive line is very good. Micah Parsons, of course, highlighting that. So it was just brutal tackle play and just kind of thrown together. So maybe even with a week of practice, and gosh, if they could just get Conklin back. Like right now we have Conklin and Lucas in the game, left tackle, right tackle, left tackle. Or maybe I'm ready to see Tevin Jenkins or something, but man. Off again, hit as he throws, incomplete, 3rd and long. Two, maybe 3, 2.5. Gosh. Carson, no sweat, Schwessinger. No sweat. Okay. I don't mind that. Hit as he throws. Miles was there in a flash. Holy moly, he was in the backfield quick. Are there actually, Karen? I have all of the predictions I've seen have had blue in their graphic. But everybody picked the Packers a week ago too, so you just never know. Look at Flacco. Gosh. He might want to just retire into the sunset if this is what he's going to do.
Yeah. Well, I'd love to see a game like that.
Oh, my gosh.
Would be awesome.
It would be awesome. No, that's all right. We know what you meant. That's why I like to just type 49 when we're talking about him on Discord. Another throw to the Chief. How about 12 catches for $157? Could we get that out of the Chief today? Sheesh. On Sunday, rather.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Comes Jerome Ford. He'll try to go wide. 1 stiff arm, 2 stiff arms, and 3 and 4 will not happen. It's a loss of 2. As Daniel Thomas, the safety, gets into the backfield. He's questionable, but you know our rule. If they're questionable, they're in the game, which is why you see Jack Conklin, but not yet Mike Hall. Already been ruled out. Ford, right side, first down and more. Running hard and tackled by Hutchinson at the 44-yard line. First down, Browns.
Did I hear you right that you ruled out Mike Hall for this game?
Yep.
Man, like, what was the point of putting him on?
Well,
not putting him on PUP.
People were aggressively asking the same. And the best response I've heard is that if he was on PUP, he wouldn't have been able to even practice until this week, and that him participating in practices over these first 4 weeks has been part of his intentional recovery. But yes, I thought the same thing. Like, why wouldn't he have just started on PUP? But because he's actually been able to practice a day or two per week, and that's been part of his ramp up. And of all the positions we could use some help at, D-tackle right now, not one of them.
Right.
But yes, I thought the exact same thing. Well, this is 4 weeks. Why wouldn't they have just... And then somebody's like, because he's been able to practice. And otherwise he couldn't have returned to practice until Monday. And then they're going to ramp him up from Monday. It's kind of a thing. Chief again on a 3rd and 7. This guy's having a monster day. I'm sure these are career highs for him now. 13 catches and darn near 200 yards for David Njoku.
Yeah, absolute monster indeed. Love to see that kind of performance out of him.
Flacco short throw to Sampson. Tackled by Hutchinson, but a gain of 4 and moving the chains. And most importantly, moving the clock and keeping Jared Goff on the sideline. Flacco over the middle. Dropped. Anzalone all over the back of David Njoku. 3rd and 6 here. Yeah, maybe he could play nickel, Alex. That's a big nickel. Ford up the middle on a 3rd and long, and he's going to get it. He's been clutch today with his attempts now. 11 carries, 50 yards for Jerome Ford.
We'll say in the backfield, the nickel spot, of course, they had the tape. They knew, the tape was out there for how to go to the defense.
Judkins into the end zone. That might be the nail in the coffin. Sorry, Kit.
No worries. But the tape was out there in terms of how to split the defense on the nickel. And you'll notice that Cam Mitchell was
a healthy scratch.
Going into that game. They clearly are not pleased with his performance and what he's been doing, unfortunately.
Miles Harden held up okay.
Yeah, no, he did, and the Packers certainly knew it, and they tried to attack it. The problem was Jordan Love didn't have much time. He didn't have time to exploit the nickel on the defense because he was just getting harried and harassed all day long. There was so much pressure in his face. They were pretty much in his lap every snap.
They sure were.
I mean, just Mason's Graham stat of, like, what was it, 45%?
40, yeah, it was like 43% when the NFL average is 9%.
9, yeah, it's ridiculous.
That's insane.
5 times. 5 times the average rate. Talk about a return on investment in terms of that trade. That trade is looking mighty good right now.
Yes. Yes, indeed. 1st and 10 here.
Especially with what Judkins is looking like he's going to do.
Yeah. He was part of that trade as well. Pressure coming from Miles. It's his turn. Just the 3rd sack of the day. Myles Garrett gets home. Now that they have to pass, you're in trouble.
And we haven't even seen all the return on that trade.
That's right.
We still have the 1st-round pick from next year.
Yeah, which
it certainly doesn't look like the Jaguars are going to be great this year.
At this point, you have to figure it's got to be offensive line. Gaping hole there in the depth chart next year. Right side throw. Caught. Steps out of bounds. 37 by Jamison Williams. Big 3rd down here. They've only converted 4 times. Again, this defense is for real. It's not like I nerfed these. Oh, it's almost picked off by McGuire. They tried to throw a screen. He almost picked it off.
Yeah, they got over his head. He got big mid up. They don't knock that one down.
I thought he was going to pick that thing off. 4th down, they're going to go for it. I mean, Madden has Detroit rated at 87 and the Browns rated at 81. So it's not like I'm sitting here like buffing all the Browns players and nerfing our opponents. This is just the way that the algorithm is played out in this game. This version of the Browns is in there somewhere over the middle. Laporta, how about that play on 4th and 4? Monster gain to the 25.
It's a gain of 38 yards.
Pressure coming. This time the screen is complete. Gibbs, 30, 25, 20 to the 15. Somebody tackle him, please. Delpit does at the 12. 1st down and 10. Yeah, can you even imagine a 38-17 scoreline on Sunday? Mason Graham with a sack. Let's go. Matt needs to update his body. He's lost some of that weight. He's not chunky like that anymore, man.
No, he's really not, and he's shown that off. They actually told him they wanted him to come in, and lose some of that weight, and he's done that.
He
he's
has.
right where they want him to be, and he's showing it.
He's a monster, yep. Goff in trouble. Malik Collins is now the D-line is starting to feast. 3rd and very long. 3:33. They got plenty of time to snap the ball, but possessions are few and far between when you're down 3 touchdowns. Goff picked off! The nuisance calls game! Browns are going to win! Oh, my.
Yeah, I love seeing that. Just suckered him into the throw to the outside, sat underneath the route, saw it coming the whole way. He's like, yeah, I'll take that. Thank you, and that'll end the game. You just see him just work right underneath, sees the eyes, sees the ball, suckers him into the throw, and an easy pickoff to end this ball game. Bo, what do you mean he gets?
I think he maybe I might be thinking he might be talking about Mason on the channel, not Mason Graham.
Oh, okay. I was like Mason Graham was great.
Oh no, you mean Graham? No, dude, he's been incredible. Didn't you just hear Kit's stat? His pressure rating was 43%, which the NFL average is 9. He was a monster in the middle against Green Bay.
The D tackle position average for pressure rate is 9%, and he has a 43% rate. I mean, I don't know how else to describe it. He's been incredible.
And the best four.
He's been taking on double teams consistently. Actually, go back in the channel if you have a chance. Go back in the channel. Look at the picture that Mina Kimes posted to her Twitter that I put on our channel with the conga line for Myles Garrett. Look who's getting the double team on that. The only other double team on the field is Mason Graham. They split him.
Yeah, he's been a monster.
They are scheming to him already as a rookie because they know they have to. He is the only one getting a double team. Everybody else is one-on-one.
It's just a
and
position,
Miles
yeah. It's a position that doesn't get a lot of love.
Yeah, if you go back and watch the all-22 of just pay attention to what Mason Graham is doing. He is a stalwart anchor in there. He's splitting double teams. He's consistently in the right place in gap pressure. His run defense rate has been spectacular. His penetration rate has been excellent. He is creating havoc in the middle of that line, and it's been awesome. That's part of the reason why Myles Garrett is playing at the peak level he is. That's what he did differently. He had the guys to create the havoc that Mason Graham is.
Yep. And again, I'm not going to pretend that I've watched a lot of Jaguar football, but I think right now he's playing significantly better than Travis Hunter is.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes.
Which was the other guy you would have had there at that spot. 3rd and 2. 1:39 to go. It's 38-17. The Browns coming into Detroit, punching the Lions in the mouth. And they're going to go to 2-2 in the sim season. If we can stay 100% with our sims so far, even if they win by 1, getting a win in Detroit would be massive.
Yeah, but he's not going to show up on the highlight reel a lot because he's quietly doing his job in the middle of the line. Yes, he has gotten in for half sacks and stuff already. Yeah. But his Detroit has been phenomenal, and he's just been a dynamo in the run game. His ability to shed blocks and get to the run and keep the runner from getting more than a yard or two has been. Yeah. I mean, and TFLs. I mean, the guy has been great. Everything we have not had at the D tackle position for years.
Derrick Henry had 5 yards against us, something like that.
Yeah.
That's a Mason Graham stat.
Yeah, that's a Mason Graham stat, and Carson Schlesinger, those two together have been so dynamic because all of the holes that Mason Graham creates by taking on those double teams that we're trying to run through, Schlesinger is the one who's cleaning up with the stats and the tackles to fill those holes because he's just freed up. There's nobody coming in blocking because Mason Graham is soaking up all those blocks.
Yep. Indeed. 51 seconds to go. You guys are very welcome, Jim Pellegrin. Appreciate it.
Yeah, soaking up the blocks and not getting moved off his point. That's the crazy thing. He's taking on double teams and he's anchoring and not being moved at all.
Amon-Ra St. Brown will get to the end zone for a late garbage time touchdown, but the Browns are going to come into Detroit and take care of the Lions. What a game. What a sim. Guys, really appreciate you being on. I know a lot of you guys like to hop off when the game is off. Kit and I will go through the stats, of course, here in a minute or so, but we really appreciate it. Again, thanks so much to all of our subscribers. You guys truly are the best. Join us on the Discord channel for some real-life game chat on Sunday. And, of course, go Bucks tomorrow as they head out to Kit's neck of the woods, although he's not there in Seattle. People had asked if you were going to go to the game, Kit. I didn't think about you not being in Seattle this week, so.
Yes, sadly not there to participate in that one. Unless I happen to fly there, it's possible.
That's true, I guess. Yeah, maybe that would be fun.
Yeah.
But my guess is if you're working, you're working. I'll say if you're flying back to Seattle, you're probably visiting your family, not hanging out at the game. But maybe not. Who knows?
Maybe take them to the game. Who knows?
There you go. Best of both worlds. Flacco takes a knee, and that is ball game for the Browns. I'm okay. Promise. 3-2-1. Game over. 38-24. What a game for Stefanski and the Browns to go to 2-2. Can you imagine if this happened on Sunday?
Oh, that would be so much fun and would really be a big boost of confidence having come off a big upset win against the Packers. If you can then also upset the Lions in back-to-back weeks, it makes you feel really good. The top end caliber of the NFC. Both of them kind of being cream of the crop, if you will. There's only a few other teams out there that are at this level, like the Eagles. But certainly would make you feel really good about the season going forward, and that would be a big turn of events for this team that has had some struggles, but they're going to need some offense, and they're probably going to need a turnover or two to make it doable. But if they keep that pressure rate going and make Jared Goff's life difficult back there, they could get it done.
Indeed, they could. There's always a chance any given Sunday, regardless of how good or bad your team or your offense is. But this defense travels, and you're always going to have a chance with this defense right now. Goff today, 33 of 46 for 337, 3 touchdowns, and the 1 interception. I hit the wrong button. Jahmyr Gibbs, just 12 of 27. He had a lot of negative runs as well as some positive runs. 2 for 18 for Montgomery. Surprised they didn't go back to that run game more, as that's why they bullied the Ravens a week ago with that run game. Amon-Ra St. Brown, very good performance. 9 for 115, 2 touchdowns. Laporta, 7 for 82 and a touchdown. 6 for Gibbs, 6 for Jamison Williams. Raymond with 4 as well in this one. On the defensive side of the football, DJ Reed with 14 tackles, 13 for Branch, 12 for Branch, 13 for Joseph, 11 for Robertson. Those are all defensive backs, by the way. So that's how often the Browns were penetrating that first level. Sacks today for Muhammad and for Amik Robinson, and no interceptions for the Browns. They did have the forced fumble from Aiden Hutchinson that was recovered by Muhammad, and then they had a turnover on downs as well. If I can figure out my buttons. Today, Joe Flacco, what a game for him. 37 of 46 for 421 and 3 touchdowns. Unreal. Mostly because of how he's looked this season so far. Crazy. Ford today, 12 for 48. Quinshon Judkins, 8 for 60 in the touchdown. 7 for 33 for Sampson. So all 3 of your running backs averaging over 4 yards a clip. That's exactly where you want to be. And, of course, don't forget about Jerome Baker. 1 carry for 5 yards for him. In this one, man, I keep hitting the wrong button. 13 catches, 188 for 2 touchdowns for the Chief today. And he had 2 drops as well. What a monster game for him. 7 for 60 for Jerry Jeudy. 6 for 61 for Tillman. Bond with 3 catches. 3 for 66, including a 31-yarder. How about this? He had 66 yards total, and 72 of them were after the catch. So that's how many times he caught the ball behind the line of scrimmage. Wild stat line there. Just 1 for Fannin today, 1 for Thrash, 1 for Ford as well. That's a crazy stat. 14 tackles for maybe Mr. Freeze, maybe Dutch. TBD, we'll figure it out. 10 for his counterpart, Devin Bush in the middle, 8 for Delpit. Sacks today, 1.5 for Miles, 1 for Collins, 1 for Diabate, 1 for Schlesinger, 1 for Graham, and another half for McGuire. The pick was by Greg Newsome late to help seal it. All of it leads him to a massive Browns win here at Nagy on Sports, guys. Appreciate you again so much for joining Kit and I in this one. Kit, anything else to wrap it up?
No, it's a lot of fun game. Certainly good to be on the call. Appreciate having you all here. And, go Browns. Certainly an exciting game here against the Lions this Sunday. Very much looking forward to it. Should be fun.
Oh, I did all of that. Go Browns. Sorry. I had my mic muted because I was blowing my nose. Well, we appreciate you guys. We'll do it one more time. How about the video again? Oh, everything's gone to hell. Okay, bye. Have a great day. Go Browns!